Bienvenidos amigos! Today we're making tacos. I'm going to show you how to style some beautiful charred flour tortillas, add in some chicken with a fresh mango salsa, and I can't wait to show you how to put them together. I'm gonna start these tacos off by toasting the tortilla. You know, the key to a beautiful taco starts with a tortilla. You could use flour or corn tortillas here. I liked the pretty color of these flour tortillas, so I'm gonna use those. And I'm gonna put these down in a really hot pan. You could use a nonstick skillet, you could use a cast iron pan. Either one works great. You just really want the heat turned up high on your burner. So the reason I'm charring these tortillas is because I really feel like it looks better on camera. When you see the brown pockets on the outside of the tortilla, I feel like it's a lot more visually interesting than if you just had a plain yellow tortilla that was just straight out of the fridge. Also, when the tortillas are warm, they're easier to fold and bend and shape. So a cold tortilla is not easy to put things in and get to hold its shape as a taco. You can also do this over an open flame. I have seen stylists do this before where they turn up a gas burner, they stick some tortillas over it with tongs and flip it. That terrifies me, A, because I use hairspray, B, because I don't want to burn my fingers off. So I prefer the skillet method because this keeps things nice and easy, nice and evenly colored. So this is the easiest method to get them looking good on the outside and hold together on the inside. Pretty, okay. So you can see how we're starting to get those brown pockets on the outside of the tortilla. It's getting nice and softened up. It's looking good. So I'm gonna take it out and I'm gonna do 3 more. All right, y'all, our tortillas are pretty much ready. I'm gonna take this out and we're gonna start building. Okay, so I have all of our taco ingredients ready to go. I'm gonna build our salsa first and then we're gonna make our tacos. So I'm gonna start this off with some canned diced tomatoes, but you can see how canned diced tomatoes get really juicy. So I'm not gonna use the whole can and I'm just gonna take mainly the tomatoes, less of the juice, because I wanna be able to see each individual ingredient a little bit better. Great, okay. So we have our canned tomatoes in there and then I'm gonna add some pretty red onion. I love the purple of the skins in this salsa. Beautiful. Next up we have mango. I love the color of mango. It looks like a bright orange sunshine, which is gonna look really great on camera. And then one last ingredient, jalapenos. I love spicy food and the pop of green is gonna be gorgeous on our tacos. So I'm just gonna lightly stir all this together. So the key with salsa when you're styling salsa is you wanna use it within like 10 or 15 minutes of when you make it. Otherwise, you're gonna wanna strain it overnight because salsa gets really juicy the longer it sits. And I like to see each individual ingredient in a salsa like this. So you wanna try and avoid letting it get too juicy. Perfect, so that salsa looks great. So we have our tortillas, they're all nice and warm, they're ready to build. And what I'm gonna do is kind of lay them out and see how I want to stack them. I kind of want to build it so that I have 2 that are a little bit more stacked and then maybe they kind of cascade open towards the camera so you can see what's inside of the tacos. And the reason why you kind of want to start to form them while they're warm is so they're more likely to hold their shape. Even if they start to come apart, if you just let them stay warm and flat, they're going to stay in that shape. So you kind of want to start molding them as soon as you can. Great, this is looking good. We've got the 2 in the middle, the 2 open. I'm happy with that. Okay, we're gonna start the bottom of our tacos. We're gonna use this green bib lettuce. It's gonna give you a nice hit of color and contrast between the warm tones on the tortilla and the chicken and the salsa. So it gives you a nice color balance. And I'm just gonna kind of artfully tuck that into all of them. So pretty. Okay, this is really working. I like how we have our 2 open on the end. We have the 2 in the center. This is building really nicely. So next I'm gonna add our chicken. This is just shredded rotisserie chicken. You could do some pieces with the skin on if you like, but I kind of wanted the focus to be on the salsa in this recipe. So I wanted to keep the chicken really neutral. And as you're styling the tacos, I would just be thinking about, I'm gonna take an overhead shot of this so it's cool that they're opening, or maybe figure out which the prettiest taco is for you and where you wanna focus the camera. But I love how the color contrast of the green and the chicken is working. Creates a nice little pocket for the chicken too, which I love. I'm gonna wait for our salsa to put that on right before we take our picture. I'm gonna go ahead and plug our avocado slices into the tacos. And this is avocado that I sliced with a ton of lime juice on it. The lime juice helps prevent browning, so just don't be shy. Put as much lime juice on there as you like to make sure they stay nice and bright and fresh. I probably will do about 2 slices per taco. Gorgeous. Okay, so we have the structure of these built. What I'm gonna do, I've got it all ready to go. I'm gonna take them over to my spot to take the photo. I have my salsa ready to go, and I'm also gonna top them with some fresh cilantro. So y'all, we have our tacos all set up by this beautiful window with the natural light. I love this white marble that we have everything set up on. But I'm gonna show you guys some extra finishing touches that I wanna add to style these tacos to make them perfect. So one thing is I want the salsa to be one of the focuses of these tacos. So I wanna go ahead and put the salsa into the frame. And I love the color contrast of the jade color with the mango and the bright green and the red onion. So now I'm gonna add the salsa to the tacos themselves. And again, just gonna put a light smattering on top. I don't wanna cover up everything in the tacos. I want it to feel really loose and really free. And again, I'm thinking that I really wanna capture this overhead first so I can see all of the elements in the shot. So I'm styling the salsa that way with this back taco really open to capture for overhead. That looks awesome. So we have our built tacos, we have our salsa, and now I'm gonna add some finishing touches. I wanna add in some limes because I love a taco with a good lime. I think limes are an awesome styling element. They kind of tell a story of how you would eat the taco. So I'm gonna plug this big lime in the back to kind of help prop that guy up. And then maybe kind of scatter some of these smaller wedges around the tacos just like you would pick one up and squirt it on top. That looks great. Maybe put another larger one up here towards the front. And then we're gonna add some coarse sea salt as a bit of texture on the tacos. You guys know I love coarse salt. A little hit of white on the top is really pretty. Some fresh cilantro, because what is a taco without fresh cilantro? I'm just gonna add the whole sprigs because I think those look really nice. And when you're working with cilantro, make sure you shoot it really quickly because cilantro has a tendency to wilt on camera, so try and keep it as perky as you can. Okay, and I kind of like seeing some cilantro even just kind of around, kind of having it scattered around the surface. So one quick tip before I add the hot sauce, I want to spray these with water just because the lettuce I feel like it's looking a tad bit wilty just because it's been out for a second. I'm going to spray my limes. That water is going to really reflect nicely on camera. Spray it out, peeps. Love it. And our hot sauce. Pretty, kind of loose. That looks awesome. So we have this beautiful gold linen, we have the pretty green limes, there's lots of elements of color. So I styled this so that we could shoot it from overhead, we could shoot it from a side angle. So the overhead shot is gonna give you all of the salsa, all of the beauty that's inside the tacos. You could do a 3/4 angle shot, you could even go in tight and see the interplay of the chicken and the salsa and the hot sauce on the inside of the tacos. Any way you really shoot this, it's gonna look fun, it's gonna look fresh, and it's gonna make a beautiful photo.